Thank you, sir. One of the bigger national stories today, actress and TV personality Rosie O'Donnell says her 17-year-old daughter is missing.
She put the news out on her website that Chelsea O'Donnell was last seen on August 11th. Of course, that's a full week ago. Police have been looking for her since Sunday.
Now, O'Donnell's publicist says Chelsea ran away from her home in New York with her 6-month-old therapy dog. Rosie O'Donnell says her daughter has a mental illness and that she stopped taking her medicine. Police say they received a call on Sunday that Chelsea had not returned home. A police spokesman says that the teen is not officially classified as missing, but authorities are participating in with the search, following up with family, making sure everything's okay. Doing a little bit of research before the show on this. Apparently, she does have some sort of a mental illness. The family, Rosie O'Donnell, hasn't said specifically what that is, but they are very concerned about her safety, saying that out of the blue Sunday she came up missing, and they really have no idea where she is at this
No
point.
idea where she is, and I can't imagine that for a mother how that feels. So even though she's not officially classified as missing, the police joining in on that search and really taking action on this, because a 17-year-old girl out there alone with just a dog,
Right.
that's never what you want, mental illness or no.
You'll see a lot of that on the Facebook and Instagram pages because Rosie O'Donnell's using social media to get the word out about that. Keep you posted on that. The man who killed Cecil the lion in Zimbabwe last month, he is still in hiding.
Yeah, so he's still in hiding, but this is Dr. Walter Palmer, some of his dental associates tried to get back to work today. Mike Binkley will get you up to speed.
For weeks, the office has been shut down, with protesters and photographers coming and going. Now the protest signs have been removed from the office of Dr. Palmer and Associates, as some of the associates try to get back to work. In a statement, the staff said, "Today, River Bluff Dental employees and dentists are beginning to serve our loyal patients. Dr. Palmer is not on site. Our employees have no comment." Several people driving by, though, had plenty to say.
We're just all wondering, well, where is he? Why isn't somebody doing something? Why isn't he being prosecuted?
He needs to know, and also other, big game trophy hunters need to know this isn't going to go away. And their thing, they call it a sport, is not a sport.
A private security guard was stationed outside to keep any demonstrators and reporters at a distance. Across the street, a couple of bystanders sympathized with the other staff members.
It seems that a lot of these animal activists will spend more of their time worrying about an animal instead of a human death.
It's too much. They need to let it go.
The statement from the office gave no indication of when or if Dr. Palmer would return to this office. In the meantime, a mother and daughter visiting from out of town made this their final tourist stop of their vacation.
And we were talking about the guy who killed the lion and the internet sensation, and realized we were in the same town.
This is sort of on our way, the last hurrah for Minneapolis.
With all the public shaming that's been going on of him, especially online, I'm not surprised he's in hiding.
No.
I just wonder what will happen.
We won't see him for a while.
We won't see him for a while, but will it be forever? What happens when he comes back?
He can't go back to that job. He's going to have to do something else. He's going to have to find a new business or move out of the country.
He's going to have to join the witness protection program. Yeah.
He's not going back to that place.
No.
All right. Hey, who knew that participation trophies? You know what we're talking about? Participation trophies, where your kid shows up to play a game and they get a trophy and good pat on
You
the
touched the
back.
ball once. Yeah.
Big debate about this right now.
Yeah, so NFL player James Harrison is declaring a bit of a war on these trophies that kids get for just showing up and maybe playing a sport. He wrote on his Instagram that he would return participation trophies that his 8- and 6-year-old sons recently brought home. The Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker says he's very proud, supportive of his children. It's not about that, but he believes that everything in life should be earned and that they shouldn't feel entitled. So Harrison says he wants his kids, in his words, to earn a real trophy. Reaction to Harrison's decision has been mixed, and I can't decide where I fall on this.
I feel like nothing we are going to say is going to be the right thing to say
No,
about this.
that's a
This
good
is
point.
such a sensitive thing, and we're not parents, so
Right.
it's hard to say this. Let me show you real quickly what he did put on his Instagram page. He took a picture of the trophies that apparently the kids did bring home, and he said this, and I'm quoting again, this is what's on his Instagram page. He says, "I come home to find out that my boys received 2 trophies for nothing, participation trophies, and while I'm very proud to be their dad, I'll do everything and I'll encourage them until the day I die, but these trophies will be given back until they earn a real trophy." Wow. Again, he's saying that I support my boys. I'll do whatever. I'm proud of them, but
but
No.
he doesn't want them to be
He
displaying.
he don't want them to feel entitled.
Yeah.
And I get it.
I get it. I feel like there's I don't know. I know that I got a lot of trophies when I was a kid that said things like most improved
We
and
still
best
give Kathleen
attitude.
a trophy. We say good
Good
interview.
work,
That was
good
a
work.
good-
You participated in that interview. Way to go.
Yeah, that's a iffy topic.
It's a touchy one, yeah.
Hey, this story, a really sad one coming out of Texas. The parents of a 7-month-old child facing charges after police say they left their baby alone in a hot car. This happening once again. Meanwhile, a Texas sheriff's deputy, he's being held as a hero this time in this case.
Because he saved the child by
That's a good
all
thing.
accounts. Temperatures soaring near the 100s on an August day. Check this out, crowds surrounding this SUV. Inside, investigators tell us that a little boy was sweating. His skin was turning red. They say he was locked inside by his parents as they shopped at a furniture mart nearby. The police say an off-duty sheriff came in, smashed the window, rescuing this infant from the sweltering car. So the parents eventually run out and police are there waiting for them. The dad actually arrested at the scene. Now both he and his wife are facing charges of abandoning and endangering a child. So, you know, a story of a savior, a hero who came out and kept another terrible instance of a hot car death from happening.
And these parents have said the same thing. They said,
Yeah.
we were moving all day, we were distracted, we got busy, and simply we forgot about it. But this time, thankfully, the kid's saved.
Absolutely.
Good job by the deputy.
Sure.
And these parents, they're not going to get away with it. They're actually going to be charged. So, lesson learned there.
Absolutely.
All right. Before we go to break, my favorite story of the day, because we're talking about food, almost that time of the year, the State Fair of Texas, a little more than a month away, and the finalists were announced for this year's Big Tex Choice Awards food competition.
Yeah, I can't decide if reading these and looking at them makes me hungry or something else entirely. Lobster, alligator, and buffalo fried delicacies among the 8 finalists for this year's State Fair of Texas. Best tasting and most creative foods. They're certainly creative. Fernie's Holy Moly Carrot Cake Rolly has carrot cake coated with cream cheese. That's a couple of things I like, but I don't know. Lone Star Pork Handle includes a marinated chop dipped in batter and deep fried. I mean, if you dip anything in batter and then deep fry, you're all right. Pretzel crusted pollo queso features shredded chicken, cheese, bacon rolled into a ball. Are you guys hungry yet?
Listen to this one. The Smoky Bacon Margarita. Let that soak in for a second.
yeah.
That's one of the ones. The Smoky Bacon Margarita.
That has soaked in, Rusty.
That's the
and it
best of
sounds
both
great.
worlds right there.
It does. We keep asking folks in the newsroom if they'd try it, and to me it's a resounding yes.
Yeah, they would.
Well,
They'll say they won't, but they will.
Yeah.
The State Fair of Texas runs September 25th through October 18th.
Can't wait for it.
Absolutely. You got a big interview coming up right after the break?
Yeah, stay with us. We will see you then.
All right.